Welcome to the Happiness Project, an idea that is great conceptually, yet fails in many if not most of its concepts. Kind of like communism. The idea is to plan out and enact 5 significant acts of kindness, or, to quote from the paper, put some thought into whom you want to help and what you want to do for them. Right from the get-go, it doesn't sound half bad. The idea of going out of your way to help others is extremely pleasant and even a little enticing. Yet, as I planned and executed the project, I slowly came upon the realization that there was a fault in the stars. Little John Green reference there. The first step was simply to create a significant idea. I myself am a fairly spontaneous person, and this planning thing was on the underside of desirable. But I held on anyway. In order to plan a significant act for someone, I needed a point in which an act turned significant. To get that answer, I found myself a dictionary, and I whipped out that handy-dandy dictionary and looked up significant. Significant. Important, semicolon, of consequence. Okay, that definition was incredibly useless. Think about it. I could pick up a pencil, and if I thought hard enough, there would be a consequence to me picking up that pencil, which would make it significant, somehow. And that was just silly. I couldn't pick up a pencil and call that a happiness project, no siree. So I sat back in my pondering chair and took a little mind hike for a while. And I ended up coming with 3 criteria that I would deem creates a significant act. First off, goes out of the way to perform the act. It doesn't have to be necessarily in the performing of the act, but in the planning, preparation, setup, or yes, in the performance of the act. I had to go out of my way to do this thing. It creates extra significance by the fact that no, I cannot do this just in my normal, regular routine. Second, unless entirely secretive, it affects more than just the target. By secretive, I mean like it's a one-on-one, heart-to-heart kind of thing that's not really meant for anyone else. No one else could get anything out of it. But if I do an act that is not meant for one, then why not let other people join in? Why not let other people get a taste of the joy, of the giving, of the happiness that results from this act? There's a reason why many happiness things on YouTube are getting really popular. It's because people enjoy being part of this giving and this happiness and this joy, and it grows on you. And why not include that in order to make an act significant? 3, it is something that I would appreciate happening to myself. Because I don't understand any minds except part of my mind, and I don't even understand my mind all that well. But I do know that I appreciate some things, and some things I really don't. And since I don't know what anyone else appreciates or doesn't, then I might as well gauge whether or not it will be appreciated by whether or not I can appreciate it. Because if I can't appreciate it, then it has a much lower chance of being appreciated by someone else. But if I can appreciate it, then who knows? Maybe someone else has my kind of appreciation, and it'll make this act significant. But with these criteria, I made projects that blew my mind. Well, temporarily and only mine. Okay, yeah, really, no, they didn't. The projects weren't really good. Yet what they did do is formulate in my mind how I prefer to help people. My first project was simply to tutor a fellow struggling student Khan Academy style. That means using one of those drawing tablets and a mic and just drawing diagrams and giving that math out. And really, I sometimes stayed up past my non-existent bedtime doing these discussions over these problems. And I myself didn't get my own homework done while helping him, but I'm sure it might be appreciated a little later on. Okay, probably not, but man can hope. At this point, I realized 2 very important things. First, that significance isn't quantified by the attention the act receives. Most significant acts may go on unnoticed and in the background, yet easily change the lives of those it affects. And that, I really think that underlying significant act is way more powerful than any kind of up-in-your-face act. But even then, I had no chance of doing that kind of thing. The second thing that I realized was that I had lost genuineness doing this project. All of the purity that you get from these acts of giving, these acts of kindness, were lost by doing this project. Because you feel the pressure of ulterior motives just pushing you in the back. And all of the original reasons that kept it pure, such as the selfish need for salvation or moral redemption, or even just the sake of helping peoples, was not there. It was pushed under by this project and the sake of doing this project and getting that good grade and all that schoolwork. And it really just made me feel dirty. I was disgusted by this less pure form of giving. And really, it tore me up on the inside, and when I looked at myself, I realized my soul had gotten a little dirtier because of this project. Thanks for watching this rant by Demoblah. When the other parts are up, they'll be on the chalkboard. Toodles.
Now that I'm here, I've lost the meaning of listening.